Zoë Kravitz has a problem I think a lot of people seem to overlook. I first noticed this back in the day when Batman came out in cinemas. There was something off about Zoë Kravitz, and oh boy, trust me, it wasn't just her striking physical features that make her look like a wild cat. I know that's what dragged some of you to go to the cinema in the first place, but I'm not here to talk about that. I can make a whole separate video talking about how the fact that she looks like a feline is the sole reason she gets cast half the time. But that's not what these next couple of minutes are about. This is about how Zoë ruined her reputation. Let me explain.
The Big Dipper.
If you go on YouTube and watch the videos of the press run that Zoë Kravitz and Robert Pattinson did for the Batman movie, there's a little bit of an awkward moment between the two. So long story short, this specific clip where the interviewer is busy asking them how well do they know each other. So they get asked a bunch of questions and Robert seems to know way more information about Zoë. Eventually the roles were reversed and the interviewer kept asking Zoë about Robert. Surprise, surprise, she answered poorly, which was just kinda sad to watch. It was almost as though Robert was Joe Goldberg from You and Zoë was the girl next door. It was giving unrequited love. She filmed this movie with this dude over several months and she basically didn't know him, and I know what some of you are thinking. You're probably like, she doesn't need to know him, they're colleagues on set. It's not like they've been best friends forever. She hasn't known this guy for like 25 years or something. Kudos to you. You can use that argument, but then there are shows like Riverdale where the cast of the series are literally always posting photos of each other, taking compromising PNGs and MP4s of one another on set. You know, the usual shenanigans. She on the other hand never really posted that type of stuff. Now when I think about it, you never even see Zoë post anything from the set of her movies she's working on or has worked on except for her directorial debut. I'll get to that soon in just a couple of seconds. Zoë Kravitz is basically the Nara Smith of Hollywood. And I know that may sound a little bit crazy to some of you, but you have to remember that Zoë Kravitz is the same person that when she was still at the peak of her youth, she was simping over Jaden Smith. This is more than just disturbing because we all know that if it was the other way around, everybody would be quick to cancel Jaden Smith, plus that entire family already has a bad reputation. People think Jaden's mom is a whore ever since she made Will Smith a cuck and fucked Jaden's friend August Alsina. But you can't really blame Zoë Kravitz for being the way she is. For those of you unaware, her mother is LB being Lisa Bonet. And Lisa already has some drama from way back in the day when she was still on The Cosby Show. She would sometimes show up to work being a mess. She was causing all sorts of drama, and to add to this lady's father has this weird rock star persona. He's barely in the news, but every time he's in the news, it's always for doing some weird stuff, like being pretentious and lying for the sake of just lying. The last time I heard about Lenny Kravitz, he was busy flexing that he's been celibate for a very, very long time, and every time like bro is in the news, it's for spewing verbal diarrhea. Either that or he's probably just been pounding so many people back in his heyday when he was at the peak of his fame that now he's decided to let his third leg chill for a little bit. But still, why is that newsworthy? I just don't get it. So it's not shocking that Zoë Kravitz ended up like this. After all, she was raised by two people who are known for controversy and just being weird characters in the industry. It's called Hollyweird for a reason. But the latest drama that actually made me scratch my head is this entire Blink Twice movie, okay? For those of you who don't know, Zoë Kravitz is a pretty established actor, but now she's trying to delve into the realm of filmmaking and being a director. She wants to be on the same level as Spielberg, she wants to be the female Michael Bay, so she has a new movie and Channing Tatum is in it. She got her boyfriend to star in the movie. There were a lot of rumors that Zoë Kravitz basically broke up with this guy and left him in the dust. So people were coming for Zoë Kravitz and saying she basically used this dude as the main attraction for her film and let people go and see Magic Mike. Once they bought their tickets and watched her movie, afterwards she was on some, okay Channing Tatum, you can fuck off now. Nobody knows if this is real or not. Many people are coming at Zoë Kravitz and looking at her sideways. Zoë, ironically, just like her parents, is never really in the news for anything positive. But I guess in Hollywood, all publicity is good publicity depending on how you look at it. I have no grievances with Zoë Kravitz. I literally get weird and dark energy whenever I see a photo of her. Like I said, she reminds me of Nara Smith, plus whenever I think of Zoë Kravitz, I just think of that walk she did in that one scene from Batman.
Going.
She knows Annika.
No, stay on the DA.
I told you I'm looking for my friend.
plus that one photo with A$AP Rocky that made it look like they were more than just friends at one point in time. Every time I see a Hollywood person in a relationship, I never take it too seriously. I'm like, bro, this is just some celebrity PR shit. Like, Zoe's been married before to this guy who I've never seen in any blockbuster movie, but apparently he's a big deal. Who is this guy? Y'all know him, or am I the problem? Maybe I'm just uncultured. But it can't be, because this is one of my favorite movies.
Who else can you trust? That's why you pay us what you do, you trust us.
At the time of me recording this, Zoe is pushing 40, so I don't think she's going to get married or plans on having kids anytime soon, and according to so many blog posts and other tabloids, she's been partying it up ever since she left Channing in the dust. It's a cold world, huh? Don't be surprised that if during her next film she ends up putting her next partner in all 3 acts of the movie, and then once that comes out in cinemas, she leaves his ass. That's just how the cookie crumbles, right? But at this point, nothing really surprises me when it comes to actors using other actors to one-up each other to live their American dream. For example, Aaron Taylor Johnson. I first found this guy when he was a Nowhere Boy, and I realized it's the same dude from Kick-Ass. People to this day keep on clowning him for dating this cougar, but then at the same time, she did help propel his career to the forefront. That's just how nepotism works, isn't it? At least his loyalty is unshakable. So it's somewhat commendable, I guess.
Nigga, that is rape. You can't fuck that lad, dog.